Welcome back to Colorado and Company. When faced with a hospital stay, we all want the exceptional TLC and knowledgeable care of a great nursing staff. However, there's a concerning shortage of nurses in Colorado and across the country. With more from Platt College School of Nursing, I have Dr. Holly Caldwell. From Colorado Center of Nursing Excellence, I have Dr. Karen Kowalski and student Eric Clevenger. I don't know why I can't say Kowalski. There, did I get it that time?
You got it.
High five. Mama deserves a high five. There we go.
There we go.
All right, now let's get serious here, Dr. Caldwell. What's the biggest concern today in facing healthcare and nursing?
Well, a lot of people may not realize that we're sort of embarking on a perfect storm, not only in Colorado, but across the United States, in the fact that our population is aging, and we have an aging population of RNs in our workforce, and we're going to need a lot more nurses as the aging nurses that we have begin to retire.
So when did this trend actually start, and what are some of the theories behind it?
We've been tracking this really very closely since 2010, but as soon as that baby boom population was born, people were able to project into the future to see that at some point in the United States we were going to have a very large population of individuals 65 and older, and that time has come. So by 2034, just every single baby boomer will be age 70 or older.
Oh my goodness.
And so we have a very growing aging population and a small number of nurses coming in behind them, and an aging nursing workforce, and particularly an aging nursing workforce in nursing education.
Okay.
So all of those things are the perfect storm for us here.
It sure is. And we have some information at the bottom of the screen throughout this interview, so you can reach out and get more information, including coloradonursingcenter.org. Dr. Kowalski, tell us about the Colorado Center for Nursing Excellence. What are your primary functions and goals?
We are the nursing workforce center for the state of Colorado. As such, we collect a lot of data on nurses, and therefore we're able to build models and project what the needs for nursing will be. So consequently, for example, we know right now that in the rural counties of Colorado, 40% of the primary care providers, that would be physicians, nurse practitioners, and physician assistants, are over 60 years of age.
40%?
Yes.
Oh,
so
my
we're going to
goodness.
have an access to care issue in the rural parts of the state.
Right.
And so that would be an example of an issue that we're very concerned about just because we collected the data.
This is an issue, but I also look at it as an opportunity
Oh,
for so many
yes.
of our young people that they
Yes.
can get a wonderful job, wonderful career. Give me a little history about the center.
We've been in existence since 2003. We're a 501c3, and we've really focused a lot, not just on the collecting and analyzing of data, but also on interventions. What kinds of things can we do to help solve the problems that we are creating in terms of data? For example, we've actually looked at how do we recruit advanced practice nurses from the rural areas to come back to school as students. And we recruited them from the rural areas because we wanted very much to have them go back to the rural areas.
Oh, understand. Makes sense.
One of the serious issues is that physicians who get scholarships, et cetera, they go back to the rural area for maybe 2 years, they fulfill their agreements, and then they leave. That's not continuity of care. It doesn't help. And so we're looking at how do we find people who live there, have roots in the rural community,
and want to stay there.
Yes,
that
exactly.
makes sense. Eric,
Yeah.
you're a nurse. Give me a little background. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Actually, I'm not quite a nurse yet. I'm going to school to become a nurse.
Oh, good.
I'm working towards beginning my second career. My entire adult life I have lived to serve. I've served our country, I've served my communities. I served in the United States Air Force during Operations Desert Shield and Desert Storm. I served as a police officer in Farmington, New Mexico and Bullhead City, Arizona. And for the past 22 years during my law enforcement career, I got to develop relationships with a lot of healthcare professionals, particularly the doctors and nurses in the emergency room. And the relationships that I developed with them and the constant reinforcement from them that you should consider being a nurse pretty much led me to come here for my second career.
I'm so glad you did, and thank you for your service too for our country. So what is your future? What do you think about your career? What are you hoping for?
I'm hoping to continue to serve my communities just in a different manner than I have in the past. I have a very positive outlook about my career. As we're discussing about the shortage, I'm going to have some job security. There's definitely a need for health care. People are going to need it all the time. So I'm very positive about it, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Dr. Caldwell, how does Platt College fit into this? There's a lot of strain, so what are you doing?
Well, we are a pre-licensure baccalaureate program. We're a single-purpose institution, so that's the only thing that we do is produce baccalaureate-prepared nurses. We're one of 12 baccalaureate programs in the state of Colorado, and there are a variety of ways for people to enter the workforce as a nurse and to earn their education. At Platt, our students are able to complete a 4-year degree in 3 years, and they can take their general education and science courses simultaneously with their nursing courses. So it allows them to compress that degree, get done sooner, and enter the workforce.
Excellent. There's so much opportunity out there. If there's one message you want to leave with a viewer, Eric, what would it be?
If you're compassionate about helping people, you want them to help maintain their health or return them to good health, definitely consider a career in nursing. It's going to be very rewarding.
I love it. And how can the community help?
Actually, we are looking for stipend and scholarship monies for students, particularly for the rural and underserved. So people could contact their local schools of nursing. They could certainly contact an organization called the Friends of Nursing. They can contact us. There's a lot of opportunities.
Let me give that information out. But Eric, I have to say, you mentioned Bullhead City, Arizona. You're a police officer?
Yes.
I worked at K-Flag, the country
my
morning
goodness.
show. Yeah, it was Daryl and Denise in the morning. That was when I was like 20 years old. It was a lot of fun. All right, to support the Center for Nursing Excellence, visiting coloradonursingcenter.org. Now, if you'd like to explore career opportunities and online classes at Platt College School of Nursing, visit plattcolorado.edu. Next this morning.